Measuring your splashback. Gathering accurate dimensions for your reflection splashback will enable us to provide you with a panel that fits perfectly into your space. Here is a process that will enable to be accurate in what you record. Whenever you have an internal measurement to record, use the following process. Let's say you have a wall at one end of your space and a cabinet at the other. The process would be to measure in 100 mm from either wall or cabinet and mark the wall with a pencil. Measure from the other wall to the mark you made at 100 mm. E.g., from the wall to the mark might be 2150 mm. Add the 100 mm to the 2150 mm, which equals 2250 mm. We would be confident that the space between the wall and the cabinet is exactly 2250 mm. Whenever you have an internal measurement to record, use this process. Measurements should be recorded in millimeters. Now we are going to draw what you might call a typical kitchen. It has cupboards above the bench and a range hood set at the height of the cupboards. It has 3 power points, 2 on the right and 1 on the left. In this case, there are 10 measurements we would require to fabricate this panel. 1. Measure the height from the bench to the cupboard on the right. 2. Measure the height from the bench to the cupboard on the left. 3. Measure the length at 50 mm below the level of the cupboards. 4. Measure the length at the bench top level. The next 6 measurements are for the power point. These are to be measured to the center of the power points. 5. Measure up from the bench top to the center of the power point on the left. 6. Measure in from the left wall to the center of the power point. 7. Measure up from the bench top to the center of the lower power point on the right. 8. Measure up from the bench to the center of the higher power point. 9. Measure in from the right wall to the center of the lower power point. 10. Measure in from the right wall to the center of the higher power point. Ensure you record the orientation of the power point, horizontal or vertical. It is best if these measurements can be recorded on a sketch accompanied by a photo of the space. The sketch of this particular panel space might look like this, for example. Thanks for considering reflection splashbacks. We look forward to receiving your dimensions.